NDSM is an amazing place, and this is an amazing space, and just everything going on here. Really all new ideas, new thoughts. So welcome to Play. So Play is all about this. It's all about interactive art. What's important about interactive art, of course, in a museum we can see a painting or we can see a sculpture and we can walk around the sculpture. But interactive art is a little bit different, is that we can really make the expression part of ourselves. So it can really be an extension of our own expression. So when we're feeling in a certain way, in a certain mood, we can really allow these sculptures to mirror that for ourselves. And we can also learn about ourselves, we can learn about the interaction with others as we interact with these pieces. That was the idea with this installation. And I also, on a sculptural standpoint, I really played with where 2D meets 3D. So I was playing with a lot of two-dimensional surfaces and then moving it slightly to see how it comes into the three-dimensional phase. When you're moving around the piece, you're getting a lot more information while you can still keep it 2D and 3D. So this was, for me, on a sculptural standpoint, very important to play with. So of course, as we turn around, you know, the piece is not only changing because we're rotating around it, but because when we're moving it, we can get the different gestures to happen. So, and of course, this is an invitation to really move the pieces and just see. And again, as the title says, play. That's the whole idea, is to really play and see. It's kind of a funny, quirky thing that happens. There's 5 figures to play, and each figure is as if it came from a different painting, as if it stepped out from a different world. And we're kind of like that as well. We also live in our worlds, in our different paintings, and it's a nice way to have these paintings interact with each other. So instead of, you know, a static painting hanging next to each other, we can have these parts of the painting really interact and create a whole nother dynamic movement. The intention with this project is to get you all to play in your own form of your own expression, because you're all individuals and you have your own way that you would like to play. We have some performances coming up now. So we have Loretta Simon-Helms, who is from Pilates for Everybody, and she's a dancer, and she's going to dance with the figures, and then afterwards she's going to explain how you can all come into the dance as well at the end. And then we have Galita Tassa, who is from the Happy Godessa, and she's going to do some voice activation for these images. I'm looking forward to catching you on film and hashtagging you on Play Art Amsterdam. Now we're going to have some voice activation by Galita Tassa from the Happy Godessa. So
okay, we're doing it together. So come closer. Let's come around this statue. So let's feel this. Is it a man or a woman for this game?
It's a man.
It's a man. Okay. And it's also the element of earth. So how should we call him? Mr.
Rust.
Rust. Mr. Rusty. Okay, let's feel this for a second. Let's see what kind of sound Mr. Rusty will bring us. I feel this earthy thing. Can you start to feel this part of the body? Okay. Yeah, which sound does it bring? Let's do that. Again. Thank you, Mr. Rusty. Another energy. A man or a woman? Is it?
Woman.
A woman. Okay. And what is her name?
Miss Pinky.
Pinky.
Miss Pinky.
She's Pinky. What kind of sound and quality does she bring us with all this pink and fire and stuff?
Happy.
Happy.
Joyful.
Passion.
Celebration.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, let's go. Which part of the party do you feel is activating? Which part? Here. Yeah. Yes. And also kind of like the fire of life. I want to do things. I want to create things. I want to go out to the world and change the world. So let's go and see what kind of sound it is doing to us. Hey, 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 hey. 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 Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. What does it do? What does it do? Yeah. It's kind of opening borders, right? Mental borders. Space. Okay. We didn't give you a name. How should we call him? Mr. Robert. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Robert. Okay, we're going with that. Turtle. It's a turtle. And which element is coming to our water. Okay, what is it doing to our body? Fluid. Yes, it's corresponding with our own 80%. Yes. Air.
Out of space.
Yes, out of space. I like that. Okay, where can we use it in our body?
Above our head.
Clarity maybe?
Antenna.
Yes. Okay, let's take one big breath and tune to this. So it's this. In the egg. Above your head. To the egg above your head.
I made a little playbook here that gives you some ideas of what's an invitation that would inspire you to play with these pieces. You can create a scenario. So you can think about family constellations. In other words, if the topic is your family, you might say, who are all the different people in your family? And then you can act them out. Ideas about making a scene. This can be a scene from a painting that you know, or it can be, of course, your own painting. We think about Les Demoiselles d'Avignon by Picasso, or The Dance of Matisse. So you might move these figures in certain orientations where you get that archetype come in through your image. Ideas about strike a pose is about selfies and about attitude, right? So what's the attitude that you might want to convey? What's the attitude that you instinctually feel with this one, for instance? You know, what is that attitude? How do you want that pose to be? Ideas about making a short film could be, think about the characters that you might want to have in this film, and then of course you can have the characters act in your film. You can also think about fairy tales, especially fairy tales with 4 or 5, 6 figures. Each one becomes a character in that. Ideas about performance. So think about acting, reading poetry, music, dance, and voice. So that gives you a bit of an idea about the background of play, how I started it, why I started it, and thank you for all being here to partay with play.
your mouth still remember the taste of your love? Will your eyes still smile